Hey everyone, this is Nicole Denise. Hello, it's almost New Year's and I decided to do this video as a sort of check-in recap of 2013 as well as letting you guys know what's going on with Nicole Denise. I know a lot of people think that I've been in hiding, but I've actually kind of been in my laboratory. Me and Guy, we're working out some things, getting some business ventures together, and there is a lot for people to expect from what's going on with me in 2014. So I decided to do this video as a sort of letting you guys in on what's going on with me, as well as hopefully encouraging somebody else to continue to do their God-given talent in 2014 and to pursue whatever it is that they've been dreaming of. Let's get into it. So you might see me looking down because I'm looking at my phone. Santa didn't bring me a phone this year, but hopefully in the new year, some of his elves still have some leftover iPhones, you know. Any elves out there that want to go ahead and bless Nicole Denise with an iPhone, go ahead, hit me up, inbox me, whatever you want to do, because I need a new phone. But anyway, it's serving the purpose right now. And what I'm going to do is just get into my list because I don't want to forget anything, because I'm known to talk, ramble, go off on tangents, and I wanted to kind of stay on track with what I was doing. First, She Just Writes. A lot of people have been asking me, wondering, what is that? I kind of just popped it up on my Facebook page, had this 30-day challenge, and I wanted to give like a little bit of, I don't know what's going on with this earring. I'm sorry, give me a minute. I wanted to give just a little bit of background about how that came about, what She Just Writes is, and basically how you can join, ladies. So She Just Writes is just what the namesake says. She just writes, because for so long, it took me forever, first of all, to accept the calling of myself as a writer. Like, people will ask me what I do. I'd be like, oh, I freelance write, and I do this, and I do that. I would like give this long list of the moonlighting gigs that I had, because I was kind of ashamed of just saying that I was a writer, until one day I had this aha moment that being a writer is a huge calling that a lot of us are afraid to take on, but that's the only thing that makes me feel alive. Like, when I'm writing, that's the only time I feel alive. That's the only time I feel like I'm doing exactly what I was put here on this earth to do. So for 30 days, anytime somebody asked me what I did, I said, I'm a writer. And I left it at that. I didn't give any, extra backstory. I didn't give, and I watched. What was amazing, first of all, was I watched people's faces. Some were like, oh, you're a writer, what does that mean? What do you do? Oh, she don't have a real job. And others were like, oh my gosh, you're a writer. That's amazing. What kind of stuff do you write? What kind of things are you into? So it kind of like helped me see that me standing strong and standing steadfast in my calling kind of polarized people. And I always think that's the mark of greatness. Like, when whatever you're doing is polarizing, because if people don't care about it, they won't have an opinion about it. So for me calling myself a writer, for it to draw polls like that, people that were like, oh, you don't have a real job, and other people that were like, wow, that's amazing, I'm excited for you, I was like, oh yeah, I'm on to something great. So I decided to create this forum and this platform for women called She Just Writes, because writing is a lonely sport. Like, most of the times I'm at my desk or in my bed or, wherever inspiration strikes, and it's just me and my notebook or me and my laptop. And you're forced to get the voices out of your head. And I know that sounds kind of cuckoo, but that's the only way I know how to explain it. And other writers will understand too. You have all these ideas, you have all these characters in your head, and they need to get out on paper immediately so that you can have some type of peace of mind or silence. So I decided for 30 days to just write whatever came to me in whatever format, whatever, and it kind of blossomed. And I was like, I I know I'm not the only one that feels this way. So what's an organization or a forum or a platform that I could create for other women who are out there writing their hearts out and don't have anybody to talk to, don't have any motivation, don't have anything positive to feed into them as they're pouring themselves out in these words and on this paper and on their laptops. So I created She Just Writes basically as a forum for women to come out of the cocoon that we put ourselves in sometimes as writers, and come out and socialize with other writers just to see what we're doing, what we're all about, what's going on in our world, to get feedback on our work, to get feedback on upcoming collaborations or possible collaborations, and just to really get writers socializing and understanding that just because this is a profession where most of the time you're by yourself, and sometimes people think it's a very introverted profession, but a lot of writers are extroverts. Like, I consider myself an introvert extrovert. Like, there are times when I am quiet. I wake up, I don't speak until I'm finished writing. And then there are times where I'm just like, woo, let's go. What we doing? How's it going? Well, where's the next whatever? And then it just kind of goes back and forth. So I wanted to have something to help feed that extrovert side of myself. So that's what She Just Writes came in. I'm actually planning a lot of things coming up in the new year. So we're going to have some meet and greets, ladies. So get yourself prepared for that. We're going to also have some... I don't see what I didn't want it to be. I'm sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. Y'all see, I got my phone, but I'm going off on a tangent. I didn't want it to be like your regular run-of-the-mill book club, because that's not what it is. I want it to be where people actually come out and we speak. We have like a kind of city hall type feel where you come in and you bring your work and people talk and we socialize. And we can have drinks and we can eat snacks and things of that nature. Something fun and something different that people haven't done, but strictly for writers. So I'm planning some opportunities and some events like that, as well as some conferences where we can bring out some leaders in our profession. You know, I know lots of awesome women writers who would love to come and speak and kind of pour out what they know, their knowledge and their wisdom and their understanding concerning the writing profession. So I have that lined up as far as like panel talks and conferences and forum discussions and things of that nature. So I think it's going to be really cool. Let me look at my notes. That's basically She Just Writes in a nutshell.